Settings adjusted. Okay, so it's YouTube live, but not live. I had it unlisted or February now. But just wanted to jump on here right quick and talk about the Helping in Ladies Retreat that I'm hosting here in Alberta. So I've been talking about it a lot in different kinds of spaces, but in different shorts and on the my Helping Ladies Retreat Facebook page and all, but I haven't just done a set down video and I'm going to do that. So I'm talking about the Hope Again Ladies Retreat in Alberta coming up August 28th to 30th. This is Mae Renfroe here with you. So I'm going to introduce myself a little bit to maybe those that don't know me yet, and then just kind of talk about the Hope Again Retreat and kind of why my heart behind it and why you might be interested in coming if you are near. And I will definitely be doing it in other places. So this is the second one to be having here. Well, first one here in Alberta, the second one to have. I did the first one in October of 2025 in Texas, and then was going to be doing one with my friend and slash speaker that had went to that one from Georgia. We were going to go. I was going to go to Georgia and help her in March of 2026, and she actually passed away suddenly 8 days before the retreat. So just so sad. It's can't really put in words like why God would allow, but it's just very tragic, very dear, special woman. Then had done the retreat with her and just a heart-shaped woman. So, well, here we are now on what would be the third with like the Hope Again kind of theme. And yeah, I am Mae Renfroe. I am a wife and mom to 10 children, ages 26, almost 26 down to almost 4. 4 is my baby and maybe my last at this point. I don't know. I am 47 years old, and it's funny because I feel like I'm kind of in the older group, but then I'm in the younger group because I still have little ones down to 4. So well, they just homeschool mom, and yeah, well that keeps me busy. The cooking, the baking, and all the housework and stuff keeps me busy. Of course, I have all my helpers; they do a whole bunch of it. And I'm just into it in all of that, everything. So the mom life and kind of farm life where we are right now, we kind of reside between our Texas home and Alberta, Canada home. So that's why we had the one in Texas and in Texas, and now we're in Alberta. And so kind of farm life mode here more than down there. So we have a milk cow, we have some bottle fed lambs, we have a big old garden and doing all the things. And but about like bringing me back to Hope Again, but I want to share that so you can kind of say who I am. I mean, I'm a wife and mom of 10 kids, and that's my life. But as well, God has really given me a heart to women that are going through difficult things in life, and just really given me a burden and a passion for that. And so, who am I? Well, I'm really no one maybe to be doing something like this, except what God's done in my heart, except for that passion, that burning desire to really help bring hope and encouragement for those going through difficult things in life, regardless, what it might be. We're in different seasons, different phases, different things that we all go through. One of the hardest, I mean, my biggest thing, was my child loss in 2017. Our second oldest son died suddenly in a Folder accident, went home to be with Jesus. So that's several years ago now. And walking out that from child loss has just been, I mean, one of, the hardest things, but God met me right there in what he's done in my life. I don't know where I'd be without the hope and the peace of Jesus that he gave me, and that strength that he was just right there with me. And I've never felt him so real in my life until that moment. Since then, I put every time I'm on a podcast getting to share and in spaces where I share and talk about this, I say it's that moment, that time, during that time of walking out, right after losing our son, and up to now, I had never felt God so real in my life. I've never seen the goodness of God so clearly, and the faithfulness of God and the peace of God, like tangible, where I'm like, whew, that's what it's like having God in your life. When everything is going great, you just don't realize. You take so many things for granted. I don't think we realize really who God is and what he is and how he is so present in our lives. But when you walk through something this hard and yet you have the peace of God, you're just like, oh God, you are so good. God, you are so good. You have been ever present and with me always, always, always. And wow, it, yeah, I just don't know how to express that, but his peace is the peace that says that he is, gives us a peace of trust, surpasses all human understanding. I felt that. That was, I had that. I had that. I did wonder if I'd have joy again. And so there's so many questions. I wonder what is it going to look like for our family? What are we going to do going forward? But yeah, but God has met us there. He's been there. And now I get to walk other women through these things and really just help them dig into scripture. There's so many different verses that I love just to share that shows God's goodness and like his heart for us and how we can trust God and rest in his sovereign plan regardless of what we go through, and when life doesn't make sense, how we can trust him when our plans don't go the way we thought, and when life just doesn't make sense, we can still trust that he is good and he is faithful and he is with us more than we realize. And so I love sharing that. So that's Hope Again Retreat. Was kind of a long story to share all that, but I just want to share more of my heart so you can just see where I'm at and what my passion is for women. And so this is going to be a small kind of intimate retreat. I'm kind of closing like a 20 ladies, and maybe we won't even reach that many. I don't know, but so it's going to be both small and intimate, even at the most. And so it's just going to be like a community of women just coming together, spending that weekend together, feeling really to make community, to connect with each other, fellowship. And there is a lot of structure. So I'll mention the things we have structured, and we have a schedule, but there's going to be a lot of free time and quiet time. And I just really want you to take that time to be still and to really kind of talk to God about, go to God on things that might be hurting, that you haven't made sense, in your life, and you're questioning and wondering, and space for that. But we're going to have the messages, workshops slash activities, prayer time, worship time, icebreaker games, the meals, walks. There's nice walking trails, a couple times for fire nights, the campfire to be able to just share and do community, and we'll try to do, I'll make it fun. There'll be some games and things, and just that fun time. But I'm not there to entertain. I'm not an entertainer, but I'm there to really just to bring you to the presence of God, and just to really share what God's done in my life, and to give you hope and encouragement for your walk. That's where my heart is, and that is what I plan to do. We don't have a big name coming as in a speaker, but we have the name of all names. He's present where two or three is, there he is also. And so we have the name above all names going to be there, even though we may not have a big name and an earthly speaker, but we don't need that. But God is still working out the details, still bringing other ladies alongside that will be sharing a message and testimonies. We're really looking for more. So if anyone that can come that has like a special testimony, we could plan ahead on that to share that, or we'll have testimony time there too, where they can just share what God's done in their life, walking through a hard thing, and where he's met them, and just these things. It's going to be special because where God is, there he is doing work. I believe with all my heart that he's going to meet each woman that comes personally and powerfully when we allow that, when we connect with him and just come before his presence. I know that he will meet us there. I know that he will. And um, he's just waiting for his daughters to come before him. We come before him with the hurts and the questions and the wonders. Uh, and he meets us there. So I'm excited about the Hope Again Ladies Retreat coming up in August in northern Alberta. So I'll put a link here in this video. And this is just it's kind of a long introduction, maybe, unfortunately, but I just really wanted to share my heart, and maybe this will touch you. And if you're not able to come to this one, maybe you know someone that can, and you can refer them. Maybe you can just plan on, maybe there'll be something in the future that I hope that, I don't know what God has in stores for these, but I'm just really what he has, because he is just working something out. I know that he has a heart for women to, for everybody, but and so I'm working more with women, that God has a heart, to bring women closer to him, to redeem, to restore, and to give them hope. And Satan wants to dampen that, to steal that joy, to steal that hope, and to feel there's no future. And now when we've gone through things, and to really just to keep us in despair, feel that we're alone, and we're not. We've got each other, and we've got, and God is supporting us and walking with us. And he's never said he would never leave us nor forsake us. He never will. He's always with us no matter what we walk through. And we can walk in abundance regardless when we, doesn't matter what we walk through, we have the abundance of hope and peace in Jesus. So all right, well, I better close this. So, Hope Again Ladies Retreat coming up in August. This is May. Now you know more about me, wife and mom of 10 children, a lover of Jesus, and I love giving hope and encouragement. There's nothing more than I love to do that. And we're going to have a great weekend. A great weekend. It's going to be awesome. What God's going to do. I don't know how he's going to meet each one of you, but I know that he will. All right, take care. God bless. And yeah, I share a lot of stuff here, so stay tuned.